on Saturday, and the 7th meeting all time between these two teams, and it's Kassan Prosper
trying to keep the ball out of the paint for the Irish.
Hidalgo over to Vanessa De Jesus, and De Jesus, who had 3 triples Friday night.
Last game either, and that's going to cause Demetria Pruitt, number 23, to play inside. She's only 5'10".
Cass Prosper with the take all the way again. The handles of Morrison holding on to it as the larger Prosper in front of her, but kissing it off the backboard, and just a tough 2 there from Maddie Morrison. That was an area where they excelled last year, Carolyn, but obviously a lot of new faces. Has taken it baseline was KK Bransford. Health and confidence, very important, because she's called on to do more, as stolen away by Hannah Hidalgo. We mentioned best in the country in steals, averaging 6 a game.
Hannah Hidalgo is just a nightmare on the basketball.
Handles by Anderson, and tough take to the basket, the hoop and the arm for Taylor Anderson.
Anderson pretty nifty with the ball handling. Just splits the defense and attacks with. Now Hannah Hidalgo shot over 40% from 3 last season. She's really trying to see that rhythm come back. Talk about a player that's a bucket. Number 23 in white, Iyana Moore. In her freshman year, she hit 72 threes. She got hurt her sophomore season, over 60 in her junior year.
And so when you think about the sharp shooting of Notre Dame last year, how about Niku Mitchell with some sharp shooting here tonight? Drains her first 3.
Mitchell coming into this game had only made 4 on the season.
Coles corrals that rebound, the putback and in. What she said, hey, look, this is what we did when we came back to practice. That toughness that we talked about, as Hidalgo even chimed in after she has to make there, to make sure that she brought the best out of her teammates, as well as showing up as well.
You know, I heard that this summer from Asia Wilson when the Las Vegas Aces got beat by Minnesota. You saw they turned things around. Well, Hannah Hidalgo had that same look of...
Look here, because this was an excellent move.
Ooh, and with the left hand. I love the versatility of Prosper and KK Bransford, but then having that, we talked about Vanessa De Jesus to be in that scoring, another scoring point guard.
4 steals on the night for Notre Dame. They bring it back the other way, trying to get more points off of turnovers, and you talked about the long-range threat that Iyana Moore is. Great example right there.
Prosper had an opportunity to come off that. She could have gone back to Moore in the corner.
Final shot of the first quarter, and it's good. The make from Niku Mitchell.
Kristen Haney talked to her team about what a great opportunity it was to play here at Notre Dame, and this mid-major team is no back down.
And time winding down on the shot clock. Tough there. Prosper with excellent defense with the block. Deflection back the other way. She brings it up to Jesus, is right there to collect, and 2.
I think, too, defensively, the length of Prosper, Sanchez, KK Bransford have really clogged things up on Central Michigan, but they found it from 3.
From long distance compared to what they do on the offensive end.
In those 5 games, Notre Dame made 27 threes, their opponents 28, but their opponents are shooting 34, almost 35%.
Jeffrey back over to Anderson. Anderson being hounded by Hidalgo, who comes up with the steal. Clear coast for Hidalgo, who scoops it in.
Hidalgo, I mean, just she moves her feet first to the right, then to the left. As soon as she makes the ball handler change direction, she anticipates, eats it up, and heads the other direction.
In the corner, Moore looking for a second triple, and it goes. The fortuitous bounce for Iyana Moore.
Moore can put it down.
Coles helps poke it away, and the speed, just another gear for Hannah Hidalgo when she gets out in the open. Dang.
Hannah Hidalgo, she shifted to another gear, just blew by everybody. Right now, the Irish are in control. Leadership, she really talks to Skylar about how to approach the team, about things, and help this team get to where they want to be.
Nice move and spin around for Cole. It's great to see that and aspire to that. So far tonight, Hidalgo in double digits, the lone scorer in double figures as that one has prospered. KK Bransford and Hannah Hidalgo.
There you go.
Core.
What time is it?
Yeah, it is. It was a late tipper. We had talked about that.
Oh, but it's worth it. Yeah.
Worth the wait. It's for sure. Taylor Johnson.
Good defensively for the Chippewas. They've just got to find ways to manufacture points. The length of the Irish has been a problem, but Maddie Morrison finds two. What you did with that chip away, but Maddie Morrison just attacking.
So again, squeezing the lead down to just 10. As the Chippewas on an 8-0 run, Hidalgo is trying to change that and count it. She does.
What a good decision by Hannah to look at attacking the basket. You know, instead of just standing around the perimeter.
And DeJesus coming up with the steal. Going coast to coast and the finish as Taylor Anderson, who took a shot there, here.
Oh, see, it looks like DeJesus' arm, elbow caught her across the face. You've got to get the ball swung from one side to the other. You just got, when you're trying to get it all done on one side, you never make the defense have to shift.
Falling away from the bucket was Bransford, off the mark, so 8 steals, couldn't capitalize here. And final shot of the first half, Morrison moves around the screen and drains the deep three to end the first half.
Sarai Darrington, their post player inside, she's out because of injury, so really don't have an inside post presence except for Pruitt. Pruitt's coming off 17 points against Eastern Illinois, and she was going against players that were 6'4" and 6'10".
Doesn't back down, and neither does KK Bransford with the baseline jumper. Has been so far this season. Prosper. Sanchez, 3, yes! Hidalgo, Prosper, and Bransford. But when we talked to Neil Ivey, she mentioned just about how while she's still learning the team and they're still growing, Prosper helps to anchor.
DeJesus in from Duke.
Coles, you mentioned right there with the block out in transition. And oh, the nifty move, and it rolls in for Hidalgo. The Bears barely survived Davidson in overtime.
So, you know, this is where you learn a lot about your team, and you can't just say, well, because you're in this conference or that conference, it's a done deal.
UConn Huskies won their 12th national title in April, and they look really good. Easy foot, Sarah Strong.
The Irish will call a timeout. Watching Hannah come to the bench and connect with each one of the players in what she needed to do in turning up the defense. But the activity, DeJesus now acting like a little bit of Hannah Hidalgo, starting the break, causing the
really locked in. And Hidalgo with a nice feed in to Coles, can't finish it off. Prosper shoots fake and through.
That's KK Bransford. You got it. You got it.
Straight up. Yeah. On the inbound.
Yeah, didn't break the barrier of the inline. And Jazzy Davidson was open for USC. So if that pass had been connected, playing on the season, she was injured to start the season. And so she's shaking a little rust off, but there's no rust for Sanchez.
Sanchez, her second triple of the night. Over in the corner, the three is good, and it falls. Riley Smith. And we have seen that 3 consecutive quarters from the Chippewas at the end of each quarter.
Second shot at the end of the second, and now at the end of the third. Can they put together consistent buckets in the fourth to make this a game?
Just the sets that they were running, you were like, hey, are they going to go to the left side? A little give and go. Let's, spring out a little action with the flick. That one's blocked by Coles, recovered. 5 to go on the shot clock. Got to put something up. Stepped in front, and Coles steals it away. Out on the break. Hidalgo to Prosper. Yes.
She's got 5 rebounds on the night, 4 of 7 from the floor. and 3 assists. Just kind of a silent but impactful way.
And Notre Dame, who has shot the ball above 50% the entire game, at 55%, and high percentage shots like that right there.
Continuing to get stops, and then they are off and running.
I love how she skied for that rebound, and then, oh, the little teardrop in at the end for Hidalgo. And Hannah Hidalgo with more magic here from the Purcell Pavilion. Oh, yes, she's one of the best, folks.
And shooting 54% from the floor. Very efficient.
That one stolen away to Jesus. Picks up the dribble, finds Prosper coming through, and the efficiency right there, an easy, as you mentioned. The pace hasn't slowed down. 7th assist of the night for Hannah Hidalgo to go with her season average of 6 steals. We saw cutting Chevry, who kicks it out. Mosley, Jada Mosley for 3. And again, when you look at Notre Dame, we talked about their 3-point field goal percentage this season off the mark for Hidalgo, but 2nd and 3rd chance opportunities for the Fighting Irish, and Bransford gets it in. Ball lost. And I don't know that Hannah Hidalgo has slowed down since the start of the game. The entire night.
Well, she told us that Michigan game, she was embarrassed. She said that she's going to hold her teammates accountable, knows what it's going to take to get there.
I was going to say, cue the Beyonce music for Grown Woman, as Hidalgo goes to the bench with 25 points on 12 of 19 shooting, and Moore thought about it, pulls it down. Sanchez flares back, swings over. The pull-up baseline, Jay, is true.
Sanchez at 6'3", got that mid-range. Remember, she's a threat from the 3-point line. So you put,
day in and day out.
Sanchez came out of Kansas State, didn't play a lot.
Iyana Moore, who did play a lot at Vanderbilt and expect to see very well, 54% from the floor.
And I like the shots that they've taken as well.
Nice dish from Turnbull. And that's going to snap Central Michigan's 4-game winning streak with a resounding win for 19th ranked Notre Dame, 83-51, as they remain perfect here at Purcell Pavilion.